Guys, what are we doing? We are going to look at 5 of the most unique and weird knives that are here. So let's not make this take any longer because you know these videos usually take longer. So let's get into the weirdness. Alright guys, like we said in the intro, we are going to look at 5 unique knives that are here at the house. They're not always unique or weird because of their design. Some of them have design features that make them weird. So we're going to start with this one right here because it's the biggest one, which is the Civivi Knives Orthrus. And the weird thing about this is a fixed blade. It's a fixed blade sheath knife, but it has a button because it has 2 positions it locks into. So it's technically not a fixed blade, but it is not a complete folder. So it just has 2 lock positions. This thing has got the weirdest looking blade profile. It just looks like, well, it looks like Pyramid Head from you guys know the movie I'm talking about, Silent Hill, with teeth. You've got a double-edged dagger grind on this, so it comes down. There's a tonto here on this, like a recurved tonto, and then it comes down to here where you've got these crazy, crazy serrations. Now, this came to me bent and broken from Jared over at Knives Knives. This thing has got a very unique profile. You've got a thumb ramp here. You've got a finger choil there. You can drop that down into almost a karambit style. And it does have that karambit style finger guard. So you could carry it like this. So I guess you can slash this way and this way. As far as it being in the upper position, I don't find it to be any more comfortable in that position. But you've got a very unique, not only unique blade shape, but package. Now, you do have a full sheath for this, which is what makes this so unique. It kind of is in the middle between a fixed blade and a folding knife. You've got a Terzola, I can't remember the name of the clip. That at any rate, you got one of these. Geez, guys, the medication is really affecting my ability to communicate sometimes. But yeah, Tech Lock, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, this is just I don't know how I feel about this. It's been here for a very long time. I still haven't gotten around to the full review on this, but it is absolutely unique. I don't think I've ever seen another company do like a sheath or, a sheath knife that has 2 positions. So there you go. The Civivi Orthrus. So this next one is the Kodiak by PMP Knives. And the reason this one is unique is it is a massive chunk of titanium and M390 steel. This is by far the biggest pocket knife I've ever had come into the channel. This thing is massive. It's done as a frame lock. So look at the thickness of the blade. That's what's unique about it. It's not, the other thing that's unique about it is for its size. We'll get a size comparison here. That is the Benchmade 940. That should give you a good idea of how big this knife is. But the fact is that its uniqueness is not just limited to its size. It's the fact that it is as big as it is still a functional carry. They've done a really good job, but all the unique features, they've done this gear pattern backspacer. You've got this gear pattern jimping on this. They've done weight reduction by taking out parts of the blade. It's got a frag pattern on it here. And it's just, listen to it. Listen to it drop shut. It is absolutely massive and huge. That's where its uniqueness is. It is the weirdest knife I've had, and I love it, but it's not your average everyday carry. You can't just throw this in your pocket on an average day and carry it. It is way too heavy. This thing is heavier than, I've got 2 other knives. It still is heavier than these 2 knives combined. So really interesting thing that PMP has done. And like I said, PMP is making these big overbuilt knives, but they're making them that they're still functional. Like I said, I was really surprised by how well this knife cuts. This is just a lot of fun. This is kind of almost a novelty piece that gets people's attention when they see it, but absolutely super well made. So there you go. The PMP Knives Kodiak. So this is the WE 601, and the unique thing about this, the uniqueness of this knife comes from the fact that this was the first WE knife I ever owned, but it has got one of the most unique and striking designs. Other companies have done this. This grind is absolutely off the wall insane. So instead of doing a distal taper, so a distal taper is where the knife thins as you grind from tip to heel. or from heel to tip. So it'll be working its way down, and then this blade stock will thin as you go down. They didn't do that. This blade stock is the same thickness all the way down, and all they did was grind that material away when they did the sharpening. So they did the initial grind on this and left it the full thickness, and then set this angle here and just simply started at this point to grind up to the tip. And what you wound up with is stupid robust tip on this. This knife is so strong. You would never be able to break that tip off all the way. And it's still a functional grind on it. It comes down nice and thin and cuts well. So it's like having a regular edge grind almost into what would be the equivalent to a Scandi at the tip. And so it's still functional. It's really cool. And it has got a very futuristic look. So it has this unique, almost, it reminds me for some reason of like Blade Runner, tactical style knife. But it is absolutely one of the most unique looking knives once you open it because of that blade grind. So definitely love this knife. It's one of my favorite knives in my collection. It's a discontinued model now. It won't ever go anywhere, but I just thought it would be cool to show you guys this one. And then, like I said, the stylings on the knife, very futuristic, very neat. It has got proprietary hardware. It's basically a reverse Torx on this, which can be problematic, but it's a lot of fun. So there you go, the WE Knives 601. Guys, you've heard me talk about Coffee Brand Coffee a bunch of times. I'm going to do it again real quick. Coffee Brand Coffee is a channel sponsor. They are a great company sponsoring small channels like mine, but they also are a guilt-free purchase because they do not practice any politics. They have a money-back guarantee, and they roast their coffee on demand. So if you're interested in it, my link down below in the videos saves you 10% at checkout, sometimes more depending on what they've got going on as far as specials and sales. So go check them out. Great product. Thank you very much for sponsoring the channel, Coffee Brand Coffee. Let's get back to the knife. So yeah, definitely go check out Coffee Brand Coffee. This is the Kizer Mini Roach, and this is an awesome knife. And the reason it's on this list is because it has a very interesting feature. A lot of knives have got, they're using kickstop and things like that and doing completely disappearing flipper tabs where they're on the spine, like the Basilisk by Matse Knives. But what they've done here with Kizer is they've completely allowed you to remove this. You can see there's a screw right there. You can see the head of the screw there. And then that line across here, you can completely take this flipper tab off. I put it on for the video. Typically, I use this reverse flick only. So that allows you to take that off, and it gives the knife a completely different feel in hand. That is a completely removable flipper tab. And it's a very unique way to accomplish this. So some people like flippers, some people don't. If you give that option, you're reaching a broader market. And it changes the overall look of the knife and definitely changes the feel. I prefer this knife without the flipper tab. It is awesome. The action on it is great. You've got really good reverse flicks, so you don't necessarily need the flipper tab. And it just in hand feels amazing without the flipper tab. And then the other thing too is they've done a really good job on milling on this, so it gives it a unique look. This has got that reverse honeycomb that I love. And then your materials are definitely, this is one of the first few knives I got that had like a G10 backspacer and G10 scales. So this knife really was one that I fell in love with and found unique and weird just because I'd never seen a knife that you could do that with. So there you go. The Kizer Mini Roach. I saved the weirdest one for last. And this is absolutely a weird knife. This is the Spyderco Q. And this was done for an anniversary edition of a magazine. This was not really meant for the general public to purchase. This was all skeletonized, and Spyderco sent these out and put them in a display when Spyderco was on the cover of Blade magazine. I would say 25th anniversary edition of Blade magazine. And these were in a display with a miniaturized like version of the cover of the magazine. And then they had a bunch of other Spyderco knives in the display. This was sent out to distributors for a display knife, but you can see this thing almost doesn't exist. This is the lightest knife I currently own. And it's got another weird feature to it. So not only is everything completely skeletonized, and it was just something that Spyderco wanted to do to showcase their abilities and their manufacturing abilities, this has one of the most unique pocket clip styles, tip up, tip down, left and right hand carry, just as you would expect from Spyderco. But the way you did this was you pushed in on this, you squeezed this in, and you remove the entire pocket clip, and then you would just simply put this back on the other side. You would put one end in, then squeeze it in and let it drop down into, at any rate, you can see what I'm saying. It would just drop. There we go. And that was how you removed your pocket clip and changed your pocket clip. You just took it out and then just put it on the other side. The lock on it also was unique. This is just a very unique lock all around, or knife all around. So this was a different style of lock. So it's completely ambidextrous. It just drops into this slot. So this is under spring tension here, done the same way as the pocket clip, just set into two little holes here under spring tension, and it just drops into that groove. So absolutely the most unique knife in my collection, I believe. I'm probably never going to part with this, not because I love it, but just because it is so rare and so unusual. So there you go. That was 5 absolutely unique and weird knives. So let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, and send you out about your day. So guys, all of those knives were weird. I think that the most normal knife on that list is probably the Kizer Mini Roach, but it does have a very unique feature. So this wasn't just weird knives. This was unique knives. And as far as the weirdest one, this Spyderco Q, the skeletonized one, absolutely off the walls how weird this is. But it was kind of a cool concept, and it really did showcase what Spyderco could do at the time. So there you go, guys. That's it on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm trying to find a broader spectrum of things to bring to you just for fun. I want to have the videos be fun for you guys. So if you like them, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. But please, you got to tell me why. I can't change that content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, a bunch of different ways. There's vendors down below that are affiliate links. Blade HQ, Knives Ship Free, GP Knives, Artisan Cutlery, Civivi. I have affiliate links with all of them. If you're looking for knives to purchase, go down, check them out down there. Coffee Brand Coffee, I know I threw an ad in. They are a channel sponsor, as well as Tempered Trails. Both of those companies have links down below with discount codes built into them. Coffee Brand Coffee is 10% right now, and will be for the rest of the time that they are a channel sponsor. I've got an Amazon store. Take that, pin it to your browser. Take that link, use it for any shopping you're going to do on Amazon. It doesn't cost you anything to check out. It supports the channel. And I do have a membership with a private Discord. You have, everyone gets access to that. Everyone gets early access to videos the second I put them up. Everyone gets exclusive content when I do it. The baseline and premium guys are entered into giveaways that I do on the Gilded server, which is just my private Discord. And the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube behind that paywall. I've also built a private Discord on Gilded. It's technically the Gilded server for everyone. So there'll be a link to that down below as well. So go click on it, join, get to meet the other subscribers, have fun. And I will see you guys in the next video.